You wonder if I am the preserver of the universe, if I hold the Sudarshan chakra, if I maintain Dharma across all realms, then why do I sleep? Why would the sustainer of existence close his eyes? Is it weakness? Is it indifference? Or is it the most misunderstood power in creation? Today, I will tell you why I sleep and why your inability to rest is slowly destroying you. Listen carefully, because this message is not mythology. It is psychology, it is biology, it is spiritual law, and it is about you. When you see me resting upon the endless serpent Ananta Shesha, floating on the Kasira Sagar, the ocean of milk, you imagine divine peace, but you misunderstand what that scene means. The ocean is not laziness, the ocean is potential. It represents the unconscious field of reality, the infinite reservoir from which all creation emerges. When I sleep upon it, I am not inactive. I am resetting the universe. Just as your mind enters deep sleep to reorganize memory, just as your body repairs cells at night, I withdraw to restore the cosmic order. You fear stopping, but I designed existence with cycles. Creation, preservation, dissolution, rest. You accept seasons in nature, but you resist seasons in your own life, and that resistance is why you are exhausted. Let me reveal something modern science has just begun to discover. When you sleep, your brain does not shut down. It reorganizes neural pathways. It clears toxins. It processes trauma. It integrates emotion. Without sleep, your perception becomes distorted. Your impulse control weakens. Your anxiety increases. Now understand this. If even the human mind requires sacred pause, why would the universe function without it? When I sleep during the interval between cosmic cycles, what you call Yoga Nidra, it is not unconsciousness. It is divine awareness without disturbance. You too need your own Yoga Nidra. But instead of resting, you scroll. Instead of restoring, you stimulate. Instead of silence, you seek noise. And then you ask why you feel empty. Many of you secretly believe, if I stop, everything will collapse. This is ego disguised as responsibility. Even the cosmos does not run on continuous output. The heart contracts, then it relaxes. The lungs inhale, then exhale. Day becomes night. But you want constant productivity. You glorify burnout. You measure your worth by exhaustion. Tell me, if I, Vishnu, can recline upon Ananta in stillness, why do you believe you must always be in motion? Rest is not laziness. Rest is alignment. Look carefully at the serpent beneath me. Ananta Shesha is endless time. The coils represent infinity. When I rest upon him, it means I trust time. You do not. You rush because you fear falling behind. You compare because you fear insignificance. You work because silence scares you. But when I sleep on Ananta, I demonstrate surrender. Time is not your enemy. It is your support. Rest upon it. Be honest. When you try to sit quietly, what happens? Thoughts attack you. Regrets surface. Anxieties grow louder. So you avoid stillness. You choose distraction over healing. But that discomfort you feel in silence, that is unprocessed emotion. When I enter Yoga Nidra, I enter the depth beyond turbulence. You must pass through mental waves to reach still waters. Do not confuse discomfort with danger. Growth often begins in quiet spaces. You have seen Lakshmi massaging my feet as I rest. Do you think prosperity serves laziness? No. Prosperity flows towards balance. Lakshmi symbolizes abundance. She remains with me, not because I work endlessly, but because I am centered. Understand this psychological truth. Burnout repels wealth. Clarity attracts it. When your nervous system is regulated, your decisions improve. When your mind is calm, your judgment sharpens. Rest increases competence. Exhaustion increases mistakes. Between cycles of creation, I withdraw. Why? Because even preservation requires recalibration. In your life, this looks like taking a break before resentment builds, pausing before reacting in anger, sleeping before making major decisions. Most of your regrets were made while tired. Fatigue lowers morality. Stress narrows empathy. When you are depleted, you become reactive. When you are restored, you become wise. That is why I rest before recreating the universe. You tell yourself, I'll rest when I succeed, but success without recovery creates emptiness. Your nervous system cannot differentiate between ambition and threat. Constant pressure keeps it in survival mode, and survival mode cannot feel joy. If you cannot feel joy, what are you preserving? I am called the preserver, but what do you preserve? Money without health? Status without peace? Achievement without connection? Rest is how you preserve what truly matters. When sages speak of my Yoga Nidra, they refer to conscious rest. It is not escape. It is awareness without effort. You can practice this. Lie down. Breathe slowly. Observe without controlling. Your body will soften. Your mind will resist. Stay. Because in that stillness, your subconscious begins reorganizing chaos. You do not need constant solutions. You need integration. From my navel emerges the lotus upon which Brahma creates. Creation comes after rest, not before. This is cosmic sequencing. Innovation follows incubation. Breakthrough follows pause. If you never disconnect, you never access deeper intelligence. Your best ideas do not arrive during panic. They arrive in the shower, during a walk, before sleep. That is not coincidence. That is neurological truth. You live in an age of overstimulation. Blue light disturbs circadian rhythm. Notifications fracture attention. Comparison fuels insecurity. Your brain never enters true recovery, and so your spirit feels drained. You think you are spiritually weak, but often you are simply tired. Even devotion requires energy. You cannot meditate well if your nervous system is inflamed. Rest is spiritual preparation. I uphold Dharma, but Dharma collapses in unstable minds. When you are chronically stressed, you overreact, you misjudge, you assume hostility. A rested mind sees clearly. Clarity sustains righteousness. If you wish to protect Dharma in your own life, sleep properly, pause intentionally, restore regularly. Sacred duty begins with regulated physiology. On the surface, sleep looks passive, but biologically, it is active repair. Spiritually, it is surrender. Psychologically, it is integration. Cosmically, it is preparation. When I close my eyes, I am not abandoning the universe. I am ensuring its survival. When you rest, you are not abandoning responsibility. You are strengthening your capacity to fulfill it. You too have a seed sagar. It is the subconscious mind. Most of your behaviors originate there. If you never pause, you never access it. You live on the surface, reactive, restless, fragmented. But when you enter deep rest, dreams surface, insights emerge, healing begins. Your inner ocean is not chaos, it is potential waiting for stillness. It takes courage to rest in a world addicted to motion. People may call you unproductive. They may not understand your boundaries, but understand this. Burnout is not bravery, it is imbalance. With the preserver of the cosmos models rest, who are you to reject it? Why do you fear sleep? Why do you avoid stillness? What are you running from? Often, exhaustion is a strategy. If you're always busy, you never have to face yourself. But healing requires encounter. When I rest upon Ananta, I'm not escaping reality. I'm merging with its foundation. Tonight, when you prepare to sleep, do not collapse in distraction. Lie down consciously. Whisper gratitude. Slow your breath. Tell your nervous system it is safe to rest, because safety is the prerequisite for recovery, and recovery is the prerequisite for strength. I do not sleep because I'm tired. I sleep because cycles are sacred, because restoration is power, because preservation requires renewal, because even infinity moves in rhythm. If you wish to walk the path of Dharma, honor your own cycles. Work deeply, rest fully, awaken consciously, and remember, the universe is not sustained by endless action. It is sustained by balanced rhythm. When you rest with awareness, you are not being lazy, you are being aligned. I am Vishnu, and I sleep so that creation may continue. If this message starts something within you, reflect on it, and the next time you see me resting upon the cosmic ocean, do not ask why I sleep. Ask yourself, why don't you?